Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover something called punch sparring. Now, that sounds like a silly way to call something you would normally say boxing, but this is not really boxing, okay? It doesn't have the free-form movement of boxing. We're working on trying to use good, quick, accurate finishing strikes. You would see something more like this in a point sparring environment, okay? But we're not doing it to improve our point sparring, we're doing it to improve our self-defense. So if I'm in here and I'm working with Mr. Jackson, this is going to be a game, not real fighting. Be clear about that. But my job is to try to get in here, boom, throw one good strike that makes contact as quickly as possible. Whether that be a body shot or whether it be maybe a hook, okay? We're not going to be hitting super hard, but we want to always land punches so that if I wanted to, I still have good extension here and I could throw it with power. I don't ever want to throw these strikes, and we'll have a tendency to do this. I don't want to throw him out here like this, okay, just to touch him. That's not the goal. The goal is to figure out how I can move in, position myself for a good, powerful strike, and then control that strike and maintain good accuracy and body position as I'm doing that. When we do this, we can strike anywhere above the belt that isn't the spine, okay? So no deliberate strikes to the back of the head. You can, if you need to, hit the top of the head, but I really don't recommend that because in real life, hitting the top of the head kind of hurts, okay? If I were to take this and he were to look up at the sky, right, boom, then I could hit him kind of up here. So it's not a bad thing to practice that. It's just not really what we're working with here for good self-defense. Super important thing, notice that both of our hands are up. We are not down here doing this fancy dance thing, okay? That's not the goal here. We want to use good defensive posture. If I had my hands free of the gloves here, I would just have my hands open and kind of covering myself here, or maybe even covering up my head if he's throwing a lot of punches here. But in this case, we've got the gloves on, so we're going to kind of take our knuckles here and put them here. If you're using the regular sparring gloves, they're not as big as these, so you just need to be careful they don't cover as much space, all right? You do not have to have boxing gloves for this particular drill. So here we are. We're going to move around a little bit. It's one strike to one strike, okay? If I throw one, boom, he's going to throw one. Now look. My hand came immediately back to my head. I didn't leave it out here or drop it down. Now he did a great job of seeing the opening of my elbow being up and throwing a jab. Now my deal is, after he throws that jab, boom, I can use a single strike here. Notice that I parried. There's nothing wrong with that. What I don't want to see is somebody going, ba, 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 and the other person is kind of getting their head beat off here, okay? Instead, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're throwing one strike at a time. One strike. If he throws a strike, I can absolutely parry and strike back, okay? We're not trying to get in here and beat each other up. I don't want to see people fall on the floor. I don't want to see people getting bloody noses. It might happen just because of movement, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for being able to apply something, so he throws a punch, you need to put a counter right in here very quickly using one of our blocks or one of our distractions, and then throw a good powerful strike to a vital area such as a kidney or something like that, okay? So Mr. Jackson and I are gonna move around here a little bit. We're working on that speed, explosive power, but not damaging each other. You ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And break, excellent. Notice that neither one of us are standing still. We're not just standing here going, ow, 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 ow. This is not teaching us anything, okay? Not only that, it doesn't look cool. Instead, we're moving to try to find openings in our partner's guard, all right? This is also gonna train you to keep your guard up while moving your head. I do wanna see great head movement and good footwork to follow your punches. There are the basics on your punch sparring, guys. Do not practice this one with an untrained opponent at home unless you have those big old sock and boppers on, okay? That would be kind of fun, but make sure your partner agrees to what you're doing. All right, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video.